had to yourself or that you've had for your body. So just take some time to arrive here in the present moment and spread yourself out long, the arms spread out long in front of you, the palms stretched, fingers like rays of the sun. Let's bring some sunshine into this day. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Spread your spine long by pressing back through your hips. And sending some real deep breaths into the spaces between your bones and your spine. Feel your breath moving you. So allow the breath to bring movement in and out of your body. Like the tide, like the waves rolling on a beach. And just take this time to arrive, letting go of that which has been, letting go of that which will be. And just come into your breath. And notice what is good. And see if you can breathe that goodness out throughout your being. Give your tail a little wag and your shoulders rock side to side. Let your forehead roll side to side and just let your sighs come out your mouth a little bit, just letting go any tension, strain, stress. Let's walk the arms over to the left and spread out the right side body. Left hand can anchor on top of right and outer right shoulder draws back, spreading through the ribs, the waist, the outer hip. Noticing what is good here on your right side and breathing into that. And let's walk on over to the other side. Right hand anchors on left, left shoulder draws back, outer left hip draws back, and just create some space where maybe you need a little bit more. Draw some light where you need a little bit more light. Release where you need that release. And let's come on back to center. Find our way up to all fours. And just take a moment to walk out each leg, just spreading back through the ball of each foot and lengthening out each leg as you do so, fanning the toes. Reaching back through each heel, like you're just taking yourself for a little walk and opening up the backs of the knees. It's a little energy momentum here. And let your gaze just go side to side with this for a couple more rounds. Just releasing the neck a bit that way. Last two. And come on back to all fours and just take it into your cats and cows. So on inhale, lifting chin, chest, eyes, and tail, and on exhale, rounding it out. And moving through your own breath pacing. So full breath in, arch the back, full breath out, round the back. And again, you might be moving a little more quickly or a little more slowly based on your own breath, fullness, your own desires. If you want a little more extra vim and vigor, move a little faster. If you're still moving slowly, getting yourself together, move more slowly. But really work with breath and work with awareness. See how much you can feel, especially right now, of your spine, all the way out through the crown of head. Last couple rounds, just getting the spine fluid. And then just take it into some just random movements, moving your hips and your shoulders and your head and your neck. Just letting your body move the way it wants to move. Getting creative. Kind of edging into little nooks and crannies around the shoulders and the hips. And letting that come to stillness. Left hand comes right under your nose. Right arm rises to the sky. Open up, breath in. And exhale, thread the needle. We're gonna roll with this. So inhale, open back up. Fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Open it up, inhale. Exhale, thread. 2 more like this. Inhale, open. Maybe a little further. Exhale, thread. Last one, open it up. And thread the needle. Right shoulder, right ear to the floor. Left arm extends out. And just spread through that left side. Maybe the left leg draws back. And you lift the left kneecap off the floor, coming on the ball of the left foot. Maybe that left leg flows high to the sky. And or maybe left arm rises skyward and you come into twisting. Again, wherever it is, work with what is good and what is present. Work with your breath. If you like, wrap your top arm around your back, circling out that left shoulder. Letting your eyes peer up to the sky. Fill yourself and empty yourself. 2 more breaths. Squeezing the belly in on exhale. Let's rise it back up. Reach that right arm back to the sky, breath in. And come back to all fours and just again, move it around in your own way. Hips and shoulders and head. Jaw opens, maybe make a sound or 2. Sighing out any demons that remain. There could be some. Second side, we're gonna flow with it. So right hand under nose, left arm opens to sky, breath in. Exhale, breath out, left shoulder to left to mat. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist, thread. Last one, open it up wide. And then left shoulder and left ear to the floor, right arm extends. Maybe you enjoy working with the leg and lifting that leg into the sky. Maybe you're more interested in the twist, which I love. So right fingertips up to the sky and spin through belly, spin through ribs. If you are spinning, spin all the way through the heart. If you like, wrap your right arm around the back and circle out that right shoulder. Let your gaze flow to the sky. Pull back through your hips as you're opening the chest. Last breath. Feel the fullness of the pose. And let's come out of it and find your way back. Opening up, fingertips to the sky. All fours, move it around. And let's find our way to a plank pose. So just spread right back to plank. Heels draw back, crown of head reaches forward. Take a breath in. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale forward. Exhale, draw back. Inhale forward if you like, 3-legged plank, lifting your right leg. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale, all fours. Lift the left leg if you like. Exhale, press back, 3-legged dog. Inhale forward, 3-legged plank. And then lift the right leg and press back, right heel to the sky. Come on back, plank pose. Left leg lifts. Exhale, press back, 3-legged dog. Come on forward, high plank. And find your way, 4-legged plank. Knees down. We're gonna flow with this a little bit. So low push-up, exhale. Inhale back up. Exhale, press down. Low push-up, back up to the plank with the knees down. One more, exhale, low push-up, knees down. Come on back, press back to plank, press back to downward facing dog. And nod your head yes. And just notice what you're saying yes to today. And then shake it out no. And let go of those nose, let them out. Woof, woof, make some sound. Inhale, launch your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee and roll your hip open and circle out that right knee. Just a nice smooth movement, connecting with the ball in the socket, circling in both directions. Really churning the hip. Reach your right leg high, high, high to the sky. Take a breath in. And then bring your right foot down to meet your left. Press your palms forward, pull back through your hips. Left leg launching to the sky. Bend the knee and roll your hip open, then take a nice circle out with the left knee. Smooth as can be. If there's some clunkiness, investigate, notice, slow down. Say hello to your hips. Circling in both directions. Pausing anywhere that needs some attention. Roll open. Straighten that left leg. And bring the left foot down next to the right. Let's walk forward. Moving a little more quickly this morning or this afternoon. And bow into the ragdoll pose. So just let it all hang out. Bend your knees as much as you like. Walk your feet as wide as you like. And then find a place for your hands that feels really right for you in the moment. You might take opposite hand to opposite elbow and just pull heavy through the shoulders and elbows and dangle through the head. You might have hands supporting somewhere on your legs or on the floor or blocks. Whatever you do, see if you can let your head really dangle out. And be soft through your legs for now. And release through the spine. Shake out the head just a little tiny, tiny bit. And we'll just pause here for a couple breaths. Seeing if you can let the nectar drip down through your spine in this upside down position. Give your head a nod yes. Let the energy move. And a shake out no. Let the energy move. And take your hands to the back of your head or your hair. And just give a nice smooth touch. Pulling the hair, massaging the scalp, the neck, being mindful for your legs as you're really staying in this forward bend. Massage out the neck and the shoulders, the temples, the jaw. One more real vigorous movement with the fingertips through the scalp. Get out the willies. And bend your knees and roll your way on up to standing. And reach your arms up to the sky in a mountain pose. And take a moment to feel your feet on the earth, spreading out those toes. Take your right hand to your left wrist and go for a side bend. Grounding through the left hip, down through the left foot, opening up the side. Come on back through center. Left hand to right wrist, side bend. Fingertips reaching over to the left. Let that left hand pull you a little bit longer and invite you to ground a little deeper through the right foot. Notice where your weight is on your feet. And then come on back to center and bend the elbows like a goddess pose and take a back bend, lifting the heart to the sky, lifting the eyes to the sky, opening up to the light, opening up to what's good. Reach your arms high, take a breath in. Exhale, let's fold and bow, swan dive forward. Inhale, reach out, lift and lengthen flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Knees down, that half chaturanga. Come on back, we'll take it 3 times. Exhale, half down, low push-up. Knees are down, or they can be up. One more, inhale. Exhale, press back. And let's come on back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, spring, step, or float to the front. Lift and lengthen, flat back, belly to spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, we rise to standing. Right hand to left wrist, take a side bend. Inhale, center, left hand to right wrist, take a side bend. Inhale, back to center, arms to goddess pose, heart reaches to the sky. Reach the arms down, breath in. And exhale, fold, swan dive forward. Bend your knees. We're gonna step the left leg back into a lunge. And just pause here. If you have blocks and want to use them, you can take the blocks to either side of that front foot. If you don't have them, no worries. And just pause here and reach back through the left heel and pull back through the outer right hip, kind of dragging the right heel back toward the back of your mat as your belly draws in. Crown of head lengthens forward. Take a breath. Feel the shape of the pose for yourself. And then bring the left knee down. Inhale the arms on up. Rise, rise, rise through the heart. Breath in. Exhale, hands to blocks or floor. Straighten legs into pyramid pose. Pull your hips back, bow your head down. And just shake out that head. Bending into the right knee, let's rise up into a crescent pose. Breath here. Open twist. Right fingertips reach back, left fingertips reach forward. Spin your belly towards your inner right thigh. Gaze back behind you. Inhale, let's open up, warrior two. Side angle lunge. Left arm extends over. Inhale, reverse, triangle pose. So straighten the leg, reach the right arm high, left hand down. Left arm wraps behind. Take a breath. And we're gonna come on out, high plank. Chaturanga, this time exhale, low push up, knees are up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, flow it back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, exhale everything out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, we rise. Left hand to right wrist, side bend. Back through center. Left hand to right wrist, exhale, side bend. Inhale, elbows bend, heart lifts. Rise, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold bow. Inhale, reach out long, flat back. Exhale, step right foot back. We're in that lunge position. Pausing there for a few breaths. Hands could be on blocks if you like. Crown of head, chest reaches forward. Right heel draws back. 2 breaths. Pulling the outer left hip back. Drawing the chest forward. 1 more breath. Right knee down. Sink through the hips. Rise through the heart and fingertips. Take a breath. And then hands down. Pyramid pose. Hips pull back. Head bows down, let the head dangle and shake out. Release your cares, release your woes, and come into the now, into what is good. High lunge, into what is light. Rise to the light, take a breath. Exhale, open twist, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Spin toward that inner left thigh. Sink through the hips just a little bit. Take a breath, spin and gaze behind you. And then exhale, swing open, warrior two. Pausing, elbow to thigh, side angle. Reaching through right side body. Inhale, straighten your left leg and reverse. Left hand up, right hand tick-tocked in opposition. Breath into that whole left side body. And let's release, flow through vinyasa, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart lifts, hips drop, legs strong. Exhale, flow on back, take a breath in, a sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach out, flat back, fold down deep, Utkatasana. Hips drop, fingertips rise. Pause here, take a breath. And take your left ankle across the right thigh and sink through your hips. And draw your hands to Namaste at the heart and dip through those hips and send your chest forward and find out how deep you are going today. Maybe elbows come to opposite sides of that shin. Sink your hips, lengthen your chest, take a breath, and then step back into that lower lunge so the hands are down to the blocks or the floor. Take one breath, inhale. Exhale, left knee comes down, arms swing to the sky. Open your heart, open that front hip. Exhale, hands come to the floor or blocks. Push back into that pyramid pose, bow your head. Inhale, press into that right heel and rise into that high lunge. Exhale, spin, opening, left fingertips forward, right fingertips back, hips sinking. Inhale, swing open, side angle lunge, right elbow to thigh, left arm extends over ear. Inhale, straighten right leg and reverse. Right fingertips to the sky, right leg straight, left hand wraps around behind if it's there for you. Exhale, will flow through the vinyasa. Step back, high plank. If you like, chaturanga, low push-up. You can head straight to down dog if you prefer. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, flow back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, a sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach out, flat back, belly to spine, lighten up. Exhale, fold, bow. Utkatasana, bend your knees, drop your hips, sweep your arms high, take a breath. And then that figure four pose, left ankle across right thigh. Sinking your hips down deep. Drawing the hands to Namaste at the heart, staying in the moment and letting the moment work on you. See where you go. Let your body lead the way. Take another breath. Land in the fullness of the moment. And then swing step that right leg back. The lower lunge with the knee up. One breath. Right knee comes down, arms swing high. Open up, one breath. Exhale, pull back, pyramid pose, hips draw back, head bows heavy. One breath. Bend left knee, ball of right foot. One breath, high lunge. Exhale, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back, spin. Inhale, swing open into side angle lunge. Left elbow to thigh, right arm extends over ear. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Straighten left arm, left fingertips rise, right hand comes down, maybe wraps around. And then we'll flow on through. High plank. Low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, flow it back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float. Sink down into a squat. So let your toes point out and your heels point in. Let your hands come to your heart and just catch your breath. Let your hips release down toward the earth. as your belly draws in, as your hands touch your heart, and as the crown of the head floats skyward. One more breath like this. And then we'll go ahead and come into a forward fold, lifting flat back. Exhale, bow folding. Letting your head dingle. Taking your hands to your big toes, wrapping your fingers around and folding yourself into a deep forward bend. If you need to bend your knees to do so, please do. Shake your head out, lift your hips high, wiggle, shake your tail feathers, and let your tail feathers wiggle and shake your shoulders and your head, or anything else that goes along with it. Let your feet quake and shake from side to side. Take 2 more breaths, maybe bowing a little deeper. And toe heel your feet together, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, drop your hips, sweep your arms high. From here, take that twist. So we're going to bring the left fingertips forward and the right fingertips back. And just engage that left glute, drawing the left hip back as you spin your heart toward the right. Left fingertips forward. Pause here. Unweighting the left foot, step back into your lunge. You're in that high lunge, twisting. Spread through the back leg. Let's go ahead and step into the side angle lunge. Left arm overhead. Straightening out your right leg and reversing, as we've been doing. And then go ahead and face the side of your mat. And the toes are pointed out, and the arms are going to rise, and we're going to call it star. So go ahead and shine your star. Really open yourself up. Feel into your belly energy and let that belly energy reach to the extremities, right through your fingertips and toe tips. Breathe into it. And then gather horse, hands to heart, knees bend, hips sink, heart rises. Stay with it for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, open back up to star. Exhale, gather in horse. Inhale, open up to star. Shine your star. Exhale, gather into your center. One more round. Inhale, opening. And just turn into the warrior 2. And reverse your warrior. And we'll flow through our vinyasa, meeting in downward dog, any way you want to get there. Maybe you head straight back to down dog. That's great. Take a breath in and a sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the front. Lift and lengthen flat back. Exhale, full bow. Utkatasana. Bend your knees, drop your hips, sweep your arms high, and then bring those arms into a twist. So left fingertips draw back, right fingertips draw forward. Outer right hip draws back, and really squeeze and engage that glute just a little bit. And let your upper body twist as you're sinking your hips. Take a breath. Unweight the right foot and step back. Take some coordination into a lunge. Maybe it's a step, maybe it's a little stumble back. It's all good. Spinning, twisting. Enjoy the shape. And then we'll swing open. Side angle lunge. Right arm reaches over the ear. And then go ahead and reverse that triangle. I'm just going to face you. And find your star. Reach the arms, reach the legs. Take a breath. Horse stance, this time elbows bend, knees bend. Pausing for just a couple breaths here, just coming into the strength of your legs, sinking your hips. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. It's a bit of a gathering in. Inhale, star. Exhale, bend knees, horse. Inhale, star. Turn back into that warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog any way you want to get there. Take a breath in and take a sigh out. Lift the right leg high to the sky, bend the knee, roll that hip open. Enjoy. And if it's there for you, flip your dog out. The right foot comes to the floor, hips rise, belly lifts, chest lifts, fingertips reach, feet are firm. If you're not flipping your dog, just hold on to that place because we're going to meet you back there in one more breath. Feel the fullness of your flip dog if you're there. And then come on back to that three-legged dog. Take a breath in. Step your right foot forward. Sink down on your left knee. Walk your right foot out a little further to the right. Point your right toes out to a 45-degree angle. And check for gum under the sole of your right foot. And you could stay high, or you could start to just dip in and bring your forearms to the floor and drop your head on down. And just move with this any way that feels nice. This is for your hips. It's for both hips. So just check in with the right hip and the left. They're doing very different things. So just take your time exploring. Maybe rolling side to side, maybe staying in stillness. Maybe just exploring through your mind or your breath, staying present. Tapping in, what is good? What is light? And we'll meet onto the left hip. So roll onto the side. Your right knee stays bent. Your left leg is long and extended. And your right knee is kind of at belly button level. Your right ankle and knee. And your right hand just guides that right knee open as the left leg extends. And you're going to get a nice side stretch here. So really let your ribs sink a little bit and then let them rise and sink and rise. Just play with that on a side stretch. Taking good care of you. Taking good time. Maybe turning your heart to face the back leg. Maybe opening up the right arm. Rising out of that left shoulder. Looking up. Feel the fullness of whatever shape you're in. And just smile at your creation. One last breath. Let's find our way gently to pigeon pose. So walking that right foot over to the left, sinking your hips down and lifting your heart. Take a moment to pad any padding you need under that right hip. Take the moment to drop your shoulders. And then take a moment to breathe into your heart energy. Really let it ripple and expand all the way through you. Kind of clearing out the clutter, clearing out that which is not serving. You could stay upright, or you could fold forward, or you could fold forward. And if you have a little something, a block, or I just happen to have this bolster right in front of me, so just let yourself land down. Maybe forehead to floor, maybe on a support. Slow your breathing. Relax into this shape. And let it give you the gift of what it has to offer. Different for all of us. If you like, you can curl your back toes under and lift your back kneecap off the floor, pulling back through the left heel. Breathing big. Let that jaw go. Let your head go. Last couple breaths. What else can you let go? And gently, gently finding your way back, three-legged downward facing dog, right leg float to the sky. Give a couple donkey kicks out there. And meet me in regular old downward facing dog. Take a moment, spread it out. Really open up the sides of your body, the sails, bring you the wind in your mind and body. And then let your left leg float to the sky. Bend the knee, roll open. And if it's in your practice today, flip out your dog. Left foot comes to the floor. Hips rise to the sky, heart rises to the sky. Right, left fingertips reach as the hips rise and the legs, the thighs lengthen. The chest opens. Open your heart, let it go. Let those heart waves ripple through your body. And then we'll flip it on back to a three-legged dog. Inhale, lift that left leg. And exhale, step your left foot forward, sink your right knee down, and walk your left foot out a little further to the left. Turn your left toes out. Pause. Check for gum under the sole of the left foot. And then just listen and follow. Maybe you stay high. Maybe you come down on blocks or forearms. See if you can just let your head drop out of it all, wherever that is, whatever that is for you. And let your breath take over as the place and part that you're focusing your attention. Little gentle dance with your body, with your hips, maybe with your shoulders, maybe with your head. Allowing the breath to go deeper and deeper. We're going to meet by rolling onto the right side, and the left heel comes in line with the belly button, and the right leg is extended. The right heel is reaching back in opposition. And just send that left knee away with the left arm. And let the right side kind of hammock down to the earth, stretching, opening, and then rise it away from the earth like an accordion, up and down and up. And you can just take a few of these or a lot of these or none of these. Opening, stretching, rising, lifting. Maybe you turn and face the back of your mat. Big breath in and out. And we'll slowly come on out of it and walk on over into pigeon. Left foot opening across to right wrist. Hips sink down. Take your time to add any supports you might need. And before you fold forward, just take a moment and just notice what is good and what is light. And breathe into that. Maybe even say it out loud. And when you feel ready, when you feel like you've honored what is good and light, then fold. And give yourself time and support and space as you bow. And breathe even more deeply. And notice what you can let go of. And this act of bowing, it's an act of surrender. So just let go of that which you cannot control, let go of that which is not serving. If you like, curl the back toes under and lift the back knee off the floor, lengthening your right heel back. And rather than focus on what we cannot control, focus on what is good and what is here and what is present and what is serving you. And really breathe into that. We'll take one or two more breaths. Finding your center point, center of the head, center of the heart, center of the hips, center of the spinal channel. And just to come out, we're just going to meet by rolling onto our backs right away. And hug your knees into your chest if that feels okay. If you rather stretch out, do that, just follow what feels right in your body. Just taking a moment to integrate, lengthening out or hugging in, movement or stillness. Let's take our hands to our face and just take a moment to just touch there and massage. Touch the jaw with your thumb tips, thumb pads. And just swipe down the jaw. And then take your fingertips around your cheekbones, the soft tissue around the bones, and continue again down the jaw. And then draw your fingertips to your temples and just rub there. And rub into your head, your hair. And then we'll trace with our hands around a circle of the belly. And if it feels nice and right for you, if you haven't eaten recently especially, you can take your fingers and trace the clock by diving in a little more deeply. So fingertips right between the ribs, you'll find that open notch. And this is a really calming, soothing move. So the fingertips are going to press down toward the floor, right in that space between the ribs. Don't press too hard, but you'll feel a release when you feel it. Letting that kind of space between the rib cage deepen toward the floor. And then we're going to trace all around the ribs. So, you choose the kind of depth of touch based again on what you've eaten lately or on where you feel resistance. And just trace all along the place just under the rib cage. And there's so much here. So this is where the diaphragm attaches. So you're going to just give it some more space and more flexibility and lightness. And this is really a big decreaser for anxiety. This really releases anxiety. So if you're feeling something going on, pause and just check in with it. And dive in as deep as your body will allow. You can even sort of hook your fingers under your ribs as you get a little deeper. And trace all the way down one edge of rib. And once you've reached the edge of the rib, just massage the waist. Just massage the place between the ribs and the hips by kind of squeezing, pinching in. And then take your fingers and trace around the edge of your pelvic bowl. And if you've eaten recently, maybe uncomfortable, so just be gentle, but explore, be curious, take time. And if your leg is not extended, try it out. Extend your leg and then bend back in. And notice when your fingers are there, right around this hip, where you feel like some resistance, where you feel some stretch, where you might want to take some time and explore. We'll meet at the pubic bone, which is right in between the legs, and it's the tip of each pelvis, and just rub there. Kind of a personal, private spot, but there's a lot here, a lot of attachments, and it's the meeting of the two bones, and there's a piece of cartilage between those two bones. So just explore, breathe, enjoy, take time. And then walk your fingertips up the center line, right up from pubic bone through belly button and back up to that place between the ribs. So take your time with this. You might go slow, you might go fast, but we're going to meet back where the place between the two ribs meets. And really press in there and explore. And then when you're ready, you follow the shape around and across the ribs, right at the base of the ribs. And as deep as you can, hook your fingers under. Don't push too hard. If you're on the right side, your liver is there, by the way, and there's more mass there on the right side. So you may not go as deep on the right as the left. If you're on the left side, you may notice, oh, I'm going deeper. So just be kind and be really in tune with what your body's telling you. When you've reached the edges of the ribs at the base, come to the waistline and just pinch. Those beautiful ab muscles do a lot of work for us. Just massage in, and you'll make your way to your hip bone and just explore. Just let your fingers do the talking and the walking, and let your body do the talking and the guiding. Pause where you like and where you need. Making your way down. Meeting at pubic bone once again and circling in there. And lengthen out the right leg or the other leg, the leg that you're working on, and stretch. And then we'll rock on up to seated. And just spread your legs out and just give them a little rub. We're going to come to Shavasana in a moment, but I want to just send this touch and the energy out through the legs. Legs are wide. Hands are rubbing along the tops of the legs and down toward the feet. And you could even pause at a place. You can find the inner edges of the legs. You can find the outer edges of the legs. You could pinch a little bit or take your fists. And then last little bit, hands to feet, and just rub those feet. And bow your head in reverence to your body and all it does for you. Just touching around the ankles, touching around the toes. Feet are together, body is upright, seated. And if you prefer to spend Shavasana in a seated meditation position, please do that. If you would like to lie down and just integrate in a very non-doing Shavasana, please do that. Wherever it is you are, settle into the space of receiving and non-doing and just being. If there's any last minute move that your body needs or wants, please take it. But let it be in a way of not doing, of letting go, of receiving the messages that your body is sending you. Of slowing down. Of settling in. Of connecting back into the earth. Take a big breath in. And a releasing exhale, sinking a little deeper into the earth, whether you're sitting or lying down. Inhale, full, deep, and slow. Exhale again, let go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And let your head roll. And if you're on your side, find your way to seated. Or on your back, rather, find your way to seated, maybe rolling through to on your side. We'll meet in our seat. Use your hands and your legs to rise back up to seated. And draw your hands to your heart. And notice what's good about you, inside of you. What it feels like to be inside of you right now. It could be strong, it could be soft, it could be full of breath, peace, spaciousness, acceptance. Just honor it. And we'll close our practice with a single Om from the heart, breath in. Hands rise up to third eye center between the brows. Just touch in here. Take the moment, take the time to honor your intuition, to honor your deep inner wisdom, and connect with your divine self. And as you connect with your divine self, know that we are all connected. We all are divinity. We're all little pieces of divinity walking around together with masks on.